viewers, this is Barun Dirwa. Today I'll be discussing one of the chapter from Commerce Class 11 syllabus, that is Memorandum of Association. So in the formation of a company, there are different documents required, out of which following are the most important document considered. That is Memorandum of Association, Article of Association, Prospectus and Statement in lieu of Prospectus. So in this video I'll be discussing about Memorandum of Association, and following videos would be based on Article of Association and Prospectus and Statement in lieu of Prospectus. So let us proceed. Memorandum of Association is a document which contains the fundamental rules regarding the constitution and activities of a company. It is the fundamental charter of a company. That means it is the main document and a very important document. So it lays down the objectives and scope of activities of the company. It also states the limits to which a company can move. If a company moves beyond the limits mentioned in the memorandum, it shall be considered ultra vires. Ultra vires here means void, null and void. Thus, a memorandum of association is the charter of the company. So there are different definitions. One of the definition is the purpose of the memorandum is to enable the shareholders, creditors and those who deal with the company to know its permitted range of activities, according to Lord Macmillan. Now discussing the contents or clauses of the Memorandum of Association or MOA. So there are altogether 6 clauses. Number 1 is name clause, registered office or domicile clause, object clause, liability clause, capital clause, and the last one is association or subscription clause. So name clause means what? The name of the proposed company is mentioned in the clause. The name of a company must end with the word limited in the case of public company and the words private limited in the case of a private company. The name should not be identical with any of existing company. The name should not create any impression that the company is carrying on the business of some other existing companies. That means the name should be very unique. Number 2 is a registered office or domicile clause. So this states that the name of the state in which a registered office of the company is to be situated is mentioned in this clause. This clause determines the jurisdiction of the registrar of companies and then the court. 3rd is object clause. So whatever the objectivity or the target of the organization is there, that must be proposed and stated in this clause. That is, the main objective clause should include: 1 is the objectives to be pursued after incorporation, incidental objectives that may be carried on to achieve organizational goal, and then these clauses must not include anything which is illegal or opposed to public interest, against the general law of the country. This thing should not be included in objective clause. Then we have the 4th clause is liability clause. This clause states the nature of the liability of the member of the company, that is, whether it is limited by shares or by guarantee or unlimited. That is, liability clause defines the liability of the member. So in the case of company limited by shares, member's liability is limited to the face value of the shares. 2nd is, in case of company limited by guarantee, the liability clause must state the extent of liability of each individual member in the event of its being wound up. And the 3rd is, in case of an unlimited company, the liability clause does not appear in the Memorandum of Association. Then you have 5th clause is capital clause. So this clause states the total capital of the proposed company. So the amount of capital as stated in the memorandum is known as the authorized capital of the company. So when you do in class 12 in accounts, there is a chapter called issue of shares. So thereby you will understand this properly, capital clause. The last one is association or subscription clause. That is, the name, addresses, signature, description of the signatories to the memorandum are given in the clause. That means this clause states the amount and number of shares taken by the different signatories. The number of signatories to the members shall not be less than 7 in the case of public company, 2 in the case of private company. So these are the contents of the memorandum of association. For article of association, watch the next video.